शारदे पाहि मां शङ्कर रक्ष मां 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 शारदे पाहि मां शङ्कर रक्ष मां.
You want to start, Sringeri?
We'll get started. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Sharada Sharadambuja Vadana Vadanambuje Sarvata Sarvadasmakam Sanidhim Kriyat Sada Shiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Bharati Karunapatram Bharati Padabhushanam Bharati Padamarudam Bharati Tirtamashraye Vidya Vinaya Sampannam Vetaraham Vivehinam Vande Vedanta Tattvajnam Vidushekhara Bhartin Sadguru Charnaravindabhyam Namaha. Jambuji, please, we're going to get started for today's.
Thank you, Sringeri, and thank you for all devotees for joining. Hari Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha Shuklam Bharadharam Vishtum Shashivarnam Sadirbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayetra Vignopashantehem Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraham Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sadashiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Gurum Paramparam Sruti Smruti Purana Malayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Lokashankaram Om Vak Devech Vidmehe Brahma Patnechi Dhimahi Tanno Vani Prachodayat Jnananandamayam Devam Nirmala Spatikakritim Adharam Sarva Vidyanam Hayagrimupasmahe. Hari Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Welcome to our Dharma Shastra Nyaya Shastra session of our Vande Vidya Shankaram series. Padmanabhan ji is today not available, so he will not be covering the Nyaya Shastra, but will be covering the Dharma Shastra topics like Manusmriti will be continued. But before that, we usually try to cover the relevant function or event coming up that month or that paksha relevant to the Hinduism. So I thought of talking about Deepavali because the Deepavali function start very quickly next week. And for people who are familiar or not familiar, actually Deepavali is a 5-day celebration, especially in North India. South Indians celebrate at least for 2-3 days. And it is important for us to be aware of the grandness and the philosophical significance of Deepavali, how our ancestors have developed or assembled these events to make prosperity in our material life and also progress on our spiritual life. So it's actually a combination of prosperity in material life and progress in spiritual life, which is envisioned by our ancestors and rishis when they develop all these different functions, Navaratri or Shivaratri or Ganesh Chaturthi. And Deepavali is one of the foremost, and in fact it's considered a holiday in a lot of places. And now even foreign countries are recognizing as they are recognizing some of the important Christian events and Muslim events. they are recognized in Diwali, and people would have seen that even in White House there are priests go and give some prayers and offerings to the president for Diwali. So it's kind of being recognized more and more. So it is interesting that Deepavali, how do you even define what is Deepavali actually? And that actually the definition differs between South India and North India. What you call Deepavali, though the days are coming. In for North Indians, the Amavasya Tithi coinciding with Pradosha time is considered the main Deepavali time. Though I will talk about the events preceding and succeeding the actual Deepavali day, but the day when the Amavasya Tithi in the Aswayuja Masa, Kartika, the Aswayuja Masa according to the lunar calendar ends and the Kartika Masa starts according to the lunar calendar. So that Amavasya Tithi and the Pradosha time, which is the evening between 4 to 7 o'clock is the Pradosha time, that is considered the Deepavali Muhurta. Whereas for the South Indians, it is the Naraka Chaturdashi, which is the 14th fortnight of the Krishna Paksha of the Aswayuja Masa, which is considered, and especially the Brahma Muhurta time, which is the Chaturdashi Tithi, has to coincide with Brahma Muhurta, which is the 4 to 6 a.m. in the morning. So the Tithi where 4 to 6 a.m. in the morning is there, during Chaturdashi Tithi in the Aswayuja Masa, Krishna Paksha of the Aswayuja Masa or the Ashwina Masa, that is considered the Deepavali. The early morning time, or the 14th day of the waning phase of the moon. And it has to coincide with the morning 4 to 6 a.m. And that is considered the main Deepavali for the South Indians. And the reason is, according to the Bhagavata Purana, when Lord Krishna actually kills or does the final emancipation of Narakasura with the help of Satyabhama, Narakasura prays at that time that his death, because he himself admits he was evil, and the victory of evil over the goodness over evil should be celebrated grandly, and he himself wanted people to celebrate with bursting crackers and eating all delicious foods. So Naraka Chaturdashi is basically the celebration of Lord Krishna's victory over Narakasura, and you celebrate it by taking the early morning head bath at the time exactly when the battle was won. And you actually feast very early in the morning itself, like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. You can eat a lot of sweets and everything you want. Like fasting and feasting, both of them are considered holy in Hinduism. Like Ekadasi, you fast. Somavara Vrata, people fast the whole day. Vaikuntha Ekadasi, they fast the whole day. Shivaratri, people fast the whole day. So there are days when fasting is recommended, and there are some days when feasting is recommended. Deepavali is one of the days when feasting is recommended, where you can eat a lot of sweets or all your heart's content with all your family members, do party all day after that. So that is one of the times. So basically, that is the main Deepavali Tithi, actually, the South Indian and North Indian difference I just want to point out. But the 5-day event of Deepavali actually starts, it's very interesting. The Deepavali function starts with Lord Yama Dharmaraja, the one who takes care of afterlife for us, So it actually starts with Yama Dharmaraja and ends with Yama Dharmaraja. So people don't know the fact that the Trayodashi of the Ashwayuja Krishna Paksha with Ashwini Masa or the Ashwayuja lunar calendar month, Krishna Paksha, the waning phase of the moon, the Trayodashi, which is the 13th day, again the Pradosha time. So the Ashwayuja Krishna Paksha Pradosha time is called Yamadipam. So what you do is Lord Yama takes care of all the problems after life. He decides who goes to hell, who goes to heaven, and all that stuff according to our mythology. And Lord Yama actually gives us a knowledge. We call Yama Deepam means light of Yama. So actually Yama lights the knowledge. Katha Upanishad. People have read Katha Upanishad, which is fully the sermon given by Lord Yama to Nachiketa. It's a very great Upanishad. If you have read the whole the 3 vallis in two chapters each, the topics covered by Yama Dharmaraja and the cosmic meditation, the Paramapurusha Vidya, that is Angushta Matra Purusha Vidya, Nachiketa Vidya, Paramapurusha Vidya, 3 of the important Brahma Vidyas in the Katha Upanishad. And the Paramapurusha Vidya is the meditation on the cosmic consciousness, which Lord Yamadharmaraja introduces to Nachiketa. They are all very fascinating. So the Lord Yama was a giver of knowledge. There is Yama Smriti too. He gave the Dharma Shastras like Vyasa Smriti, Manu Smriti. There is a Yama Smriti. So Lord Yama gives you both the code of conduct in life, which is the Yama Smriti, and the way to get emancipation, get liberation from life through his Kathopanishad. So Lord Yama is, as a teacher, is to be appreciated. And so what we do is, and there is a lot of family story of Yama too, which ties up with Deepavali. And if you know, Lord Surya is the son of Kashyapa Maharishi and Aditi Devi, one of the Lord Surya Deva, the light giver for the entire universe. And Surya has two wives, Samya and Chaya. And Chaya is the shadow, and Samya is the daughter of Vishwakarma, the celestial builder. And Surya has sons through Chaya and Samya. And I don't want to go through the whole Surya story, but just to give the relevance to Deepavali, that's why I want to connect. Lord Surya's story is a whole topic by itself. Lord Surya's first wife, Samya, her sons were Vaivaswata Manu, who was and that is the dynasty which Lord Rama comes. And Krishna also says, Aham Manua Ikshwa Vivaswan Prokta Vivaswan Ikshwako Bravit. The 4th chapter beginning, he says, I gave this knowledge to Vivaswan, which is sun. Sun is Sun, son, the Surya. And the Sun gives to his own son, where the Ikshwaku dynasty starts. And that's where the Raghuvamsa and Lord Rama actually comes in the dynasty. So Lord Krishna says, I gave the knowledge of Gita to Lord Surya, Sun, and the Sun gave it to his Son, his son, and the Ikshwaku, and then from Ikshwaku it goes down the line. So basically, that is the Vaivaswata Manu is one of the sons of Lord Surya. Vivaswan's son is Vaivaswata Manu. And Yama and Yamuna are the twins. Yamadharmaraja, who is now the assigned god of death, and goddess Yamuna, who is the celestial divine behind the Yamuna river, which flows through in India from the Yamunotri glacier all the way to Allahabad, where it joins with Ganga, with the Saraswati to form the famous Triveni Sangamam in Prayag or Allahabad, is well known to all of us. So that the celestial divine or the divine goddess behind the Yamuna river is, because we personify our rivers as goddesses. Goddess Kaveri is personified as a goddess in South India. Ganga is personified as a goddess. So we know we don't treat rivers as just rivers. They are gods. So the Yamuna and Yama are twins, and they are also the sons and daughters of Lord Surya. And Chaya is the shadow. So whenever you see sun, you will see both light and shadow. So that is what scientifically it is. When you see sun, you will see a light. At the same time, you will see a shadow of something. Shadow will automatically come when there is bright sun. So Chaya's sons were the river Tapti and Shani. Shani Deva, the planet Saturn, which is part of the Navagrahas, and everybody is afraid of Shani because when Shani Bhukti comes, people have troubles. Ashtamad Sani, the Sade Sat, which is the Yadanat Sani, all those, the times when the Saturn goes through the planets, people always fear Lord Saturn because he can give you little hard times. And the river Tapti is one of the west flowing rivers. Most of the rivers in India are east flowing, and the Tapti and Narmada are the two rivers which actually horizontally flow through the southern central part of India, and they go to the Arabian Sea. Most of the rivers go to the Bay of Bengal. The Narmada and Tapti goes to the Arabian Sea. So the Tapti river, which flows east to west in India, is personified by the goddess Tapti, and Tapti is the sister of Shani and the daughter of Chaya and Surya. So you can see two rivers, Yama and Yamuna are paired together, and Shani and Tapti are paired together. So that Yama, Lord Dharmaraja gives us knowledge and also removes the fear of untimely death. So if you pray to Mrityunjaya, which is Lord Shiva and Lord Yama, they are the ones who can actually avoid the untimely death or sudden unexpected deaths before your allotted time span. And to get this long life and avoid unnecessary illness, it's recommended that people light up a earthen lamp, like a lamp, not a silver lamp or a golden lamp, but the mud lamp with oil. You put it in front of your house, and if you have 4 members in the family, you put 4 deepas. 6 members in your family, you put 6 deepas. So there is a prayer. So basically all you do is, and there is a small prayer which goes with that, but if you don't even know the prayer, just pray to Lord Yama and say that, please protect me and my family from untimely death and untimely illnesses and problems, and just light the lamp on the Pradosha time, which is the Krishna Paksha Ashwayuja of the Ashwini month, which is actually for us 31st is October. So 29th October would be the Trayodashi time. So that would be the time when you do that for Yama. So you start the prayers with Yama to avoid untimely death. And then the Chaturdasi, which comes, the Naraka Chaturdasi, the 14th day, and then the Amavasya Tithi comes next, and then the Kartika Masa starts according to lunar calendar, the Pratama Tithi of Kartika Masa, and then the Dvitiya Tithi of Kartika Masa comes. So this 5 days, Trayodashi, Chaturdashi, Amavasya, Pratama, and Dvitiya. Those 5 are the actual Deepavali, Deepavali celebrations go. And as I said, the Chaturdashi is important for the South Indians, and the Amavasya is important for the North Indians, which I told you in the beginning of the lecture time. And besides Yama Dharmaraja, so you start the event, and it so happens that the Trayodashi of this coincides with 2 other things. They call Dhanteras, which is Dana Trayodashi, and Dhanvantri Jayanti. Dhanvantri, this is all linked to the Kurma Avatara. The Kurma Avatara, when the ocean is churned, everything comes out of the ocean. The poison comes out, which Lord Shiva swallows, and then all the divine things start coming. Even Goddess Lakshmi comes from that. Shiroda Sambhavaye Namaha is one of the names of Goddess Lakshmi, because she comes out from the ocean when the ocean is being churned. The Ucheshravas, the celestial horse, Airavata, the celestial elephant, all the Kalpa Vriksha, the celestial tree, all come out one after another, and the Devas get most of them. And finally, Dhanvantri himself brings the Amrita, and that is the form of Vishnu. So Vishnu is the one, as Kurma Avatara, is supporting the Mandara mountain, and Vishnu himself finally, as Dhanvantri, brings the Amrita Kalatya Hastaya. There is a sloka for Dhanvantri. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantre Amritakalaccha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinashaya Trilokya Nadaya Shri Mahavishnave Namaham. So he brings the Amrita Kalasha along with it. And after the Amrita Kalasha comes, there is a fight between Devas and the Asuras. And Lord Vishnu takes the form of Mohini, the enchanting lady, to actually get the Amrita to the Devas and not give it to Asuras. So Lord Vishnu comes in different forms in the Kurma Avatara. So the Dhanvantri Avatara happens during the Ashwayuja Krishna Paksha Trayodasi. So that coincides the Yamadipam time. So people are supposed to pray to God Dhanvantri for good health. So you pray to Yama to avoid disease and untimely death, and you pray to Dhanvantri to get good health. So both of them actually coincides. And there is also the Dhanalakshmi Puja, which is done, the Dhanteras, which is in North India and called Dhanatrayodashi, the time to get wealth. Dhanam means wealth. Dhanatrayodashi, Dhanalakshmi. So people do Dhanalakshmi Puja. Of the 8 forms of Ashtalakshmi, there is Dhanalakshmi. So you do Dhanalakshmi Puja on the Trayodashi. So there is Yamadipam, Dhanvantri Jayanti, and Dhanalakshmi Puja, which happen on the Trayodasi day. So there is an interesting story during this. How is Lakshmi related? Because Lakshmi is also given a lot of importance during the Deepavali time. So this is the sloka which comes. So it is said that during the same time, again there is a story for each of them. I can't go through each stories, but I'll tell you. Taileshu Lakshmir, Deepeshu Tata, Tirteshu Sapara, Tushta Vasiti Vaikundat, Agatya Swayamevasa. So it says during this 5 days, Goddess Lakshmi comes in the Taila, which is oil, Tirtha, which is the water, and Deepa, which is the Deepa Agni, the whatever you light, the Deepam or the fire lamp which you light. So Goddess Lakshmi, it seems, comes from Vaikunta and occupies all these 3 things during these 5 days. So that's why there is importance given to Lakshmi Puja. And that's why for the for the North Indians, the Amavasya Pradosha time is very auspicious to the Lakshmi Gupera Puja. So they invoke goddess Lakshmi along with Lord Gupera, who is the treasurer of wealth, and God Indra, who is the god of heavens. So Lakshmi along with Gupera and Indra is prayed during the Amavasya Pradosha time, and that is the most important Diwali celebrations for North Indians. The Lakshmi Puja becomes very important, and that is to get wealth, because you're praying to the goddess of wealth and the treasurer of wealth, which is Gupera. So this is for getting prosperity. So you prayed already for your health, untimely death avoidance on the 13th day, and on Pradosha time, you are praying for all your prosperity of wealth and things like that. So that is the Lakshmi Puja, which comes along with Lakshmi Kubera Puja, which comes on Amavasya Tithi. So then comes the Naraka Chaturdashi, which is the 14th day in between, which is the important thing for the South Indians. And there is the sloka, Taile Lakshmir Jale Ganga Deepavalyas Chaturdashim Pratasnanam Tuyak Kuryat Sa Yamalogam Napashyati. So again, Yamalogam Napashyati means, again, Yamaloka is the death, place of death. Again, it means people have to die, but they will have a little bit peaceful death, and they might go to heaven or better place after death and not go through hell if they do this. So what it says is, Taileshu Lakshmi, Tirteshu Ganga. That's why we call Ganga Sthanam Macha in Tamil Nadu, very popular in Deepavali. Have you finished Ganga Sthanam? That's what everybody will ask on Deepavali day. Basically, on that day, that is one of the days where hot water bath is recommended. Normally, according to Dharma Shastras, only cold water bath is recommended. Hot water is recommended only in certain exceptions. But all of us take only hot water bath in Michigan. It's very unavoidable. But according to Shastras, cold water is recommended for daily bath. Deepavali, early morning, it is specifically recommended to take a hot water bath, because it says in the water, hot water, Ganga comes in, and in the Taila, we have to put oil in our head before you go to bath, and then that's called Abhyanga Snana, which means apply oil, and then you go and take a bath, and you have to take this bath in the Brahma Muhurta time, like before the 6 a.m. time or before the sunrise time. That is exactly when the Narakasura Vada has happened by Lord Krishna, and to celebrate that and to give rid of all problems, because after the battle, people they are completely covered with blood, and so they get an oil bath and massage and things to purify themselves. So it's actually a purification, and that's what it says. If you do that, you are purified of sins, because it is the Ganga herself comes to the water that day to everybody's house. And then you can invoke Ganga by prayers too. So if you want to do daily Ganga, there is prayers for you before bath. You invoke Ganga to your own bathroom and you can take bath. But in Deepavali, without even invoking, Ganga will be in the water. So there is a difference between invoking Ganga to get in the water and then having the Ganga naturally present in the water. So that's what happens on the Deepavali early morning time. It says that Ganga and Yamuna, Ganga and Goddess Lakshmi automatically come even without prayers to occupy the oil and the water. So you take the oil bath followed by the hot water bath in the early morning, and that is supposed to get rid of all the sins. And because of getting rid of all the sins, you will avoid the Yamaloka. That is what the sloka says. So Papa Nivritti. So we talked about acquiring wealth, acquiring health, and now to get rid of the sins. So those are the components which come along with these things. And then Deepavali is a festival of lights. And again, there is people consider as Lord Rama's victory over Ravana, Krishna's victory over Narakasura. There are other stories, and people light lights. And we already said during these 5 days, Lakshmi comes to Taila, Deepa, and Jala. So Tirteshu Lakshmi, Jaleshu, Deepeshu Lakshmi, Tirteshu Lakshmi, and Taileshu Lakshmi. Taila is the oil. So because Lakshmi comes, you light up oils and all the lamps throughout the Deepavali. Deepavali itself means row of lights. That's what the name term Deepavali means. And people light the lights because Goddess Lakshmi resides in the lights. And it is a prayer over the victory over the evil, over the good. And here it means lighting of lights. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. That is the sloka from Bharati Upanishad. Asatoma Sadgamaya. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. Mrityorma Amridam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. That comes in the Bharati Upanishad, that sloka. So lighting of lamps is symbolic of getting rid of ignorance and getting knowledge, and not knowledge of physics or chemistry, but knowledge of the spirit, the divine knowledge. So lighting of light signifies getting the divine knowledge. So there is health, wealth, getting rid of sins, and getting rid of ignorance. So the Trayodasi, Chaturdasi, Amavasya. So Amavasya is the Lakshmi Puja, and in the morning, people who don't have father and things, they do the Amavasya Tarpana is also supposed to be done there. And then comes the Kartika Prathama after the Amavasya, which is the 4th day. And there are two important events there. The Govardhana Puja or Annakut. You will see if in Bharatiya temple and Canton temple and where the North Indians are there, they bring mountains of food because that is to celebrate Govardhana Giridhari. When Lord Krishna lifts up the entire Govardhana with his little finger and protects all the Vraj devotees from the onslaught of Indra, and that's when they all worship Krishna. That happened on this particular day, the Kartika Prathama, and so that is celebrated right after Deepavali. So Annakut or the worship of God Krishna as Govardhana Giridhari. So you worship Krishna and praise Krishna for killing Narakasura on the Chaturdasi, and you worship Krishna on the Kartika Prathama as the Govardhana Giridhari. And there is also, there's an entity called Dyuta Krida, playing dice. Normally gambling and playing dice is supposedly not to be done. But this is one day where it is recommended by Shastras to play dice. Dyuta Krida is a very important event of Kartika Prathama, and it is done in the morning times. And it's the mythology goes that Lord Shiva plays dice, and he says to, there is a sloka for that. I can't go through all slokas, but it says, Lord Shiva says, I have invented the game of dice for three things. One, for pleasure. Two, for gaining wealth. Three, for destroying other person's wealth. And that's what Duryodhana does to Yudhishthira. So you can use dice for three things. You can play it for pleasure, you can play it for gaining more money yourself, or you can play specifically to destroy other person's wealth. And Lord Shiva says all these three. This is the purpose of I created the dice. Vanchate parivanchate stayunam pate namaha. If you read the Rudra, there is sloka. Vanchate parivanchate stayunam pate namaha. It comes in the second Anuvaka of the Rudra, which is the cheat, the greatest cheat, and the leader of the cheats and gamblers. Lord Shiva himself is Vanchate, cheater. Parivanchate means one who can cheat the cheater. And Stayunam Pateye Namaha means who is the leader of the gamblers and the cheats. So Lord Shiva comes as all three. So that is what the Dyuta Krida, and it said that when you play Dyuta on this particular day alone, on that particular Muhurta, Goddess Parvati will bless you, it seems, because she won Lord Shiva during the Dyuta Krida. So this is specifically, so you can, without any prayers, just playing dice, you will get the blessings of Goddess Parvati that day. So you, like I said, you can, without telling prayers, you will get Ganga and Lakshmi on that day. Without telling prayers, by playing dice, you will get the blessings of Parvati that day. And then there is a second Annakut. So you worship Krishna's Govardhana Giridhari and Dyuta Krida. And the 5th day is the Kartika Dvitiya, the 5th day event. There are two important events, Chitragupta Puja and Yama Dvitiya. Remember I told you, it starts with Yama and ends with Yama, the 5-day celebrations. We started with Yama Deepam on Yama Trayodashi. And the Kartika, the Dvitiya is where Chitragupta Puja is done, which is the Chitragupta, as you know, is the assistant to God Yama, who manages all. He's supposed to be keeping accounts of all our sins and sins and merits, and he's supposed to present to Yamadharma when you are dead, and Yamadharma will decide based on Chitragupta's accounts what he needs to do for you. We know that story. So there is a special puja for Chitragupta which is done there, and again there is a story behind each of that. I don't want to go to each story, but just give you the glimpse of it. And then the Yama Dvitiya is very, very important. Yama Dvitiya, remember I told you Yama and Yamuna are twins, and they are very, very affectionate brother and sister. It seems during Yama Dvitiya is the day when Yamadharmaraja visits Yamuna's house, and Yamuna personally cooks all food for him and personally serves her brother all food, and Yama gives a lot of gifts to Yamuna. So this signifies brother-sister affection. It's a social event. So it is said on this day, sisters are supposed to invite their brothers to their home, cook meals with their own hand, and serve it to the brothers in the Aparahana Murta, which is actually the time 1:30 to 3 time. If you go through different muhurtas time, beginning Brahma Muhurta is 4:30 to 6 a.m. There is a name for each of these muhurta. The 1:30 to 3 time is called the Aparahana Murta. And that is the time when the sisters have to serve affectionately food to their brothers, and the brothers have to throw lavish gift to the sisters to keep their bondage going. And if they do it, no prayers, nothing. You feast your brother gives you a lot of gifts. This alone protects you from untimely death, especially for the woman. It says Vaidavyam is avoided. The widowed is avoided for the girl, it seems. Yama, it seems blessed. Any brother and sister who show affection on that particular Yamadvitiya day, that particular Muhurta, Yama blesses the girl that her husband will live long. So this is one event where without prayers, the woman can make her husband live long. So these are all designed by, this is given in Brahmanda Purana. So this is again, there is proofs for all of these. So I'm just giving you only the glimpses. So if there without prayers, you can get blessings of goddess Ganga and Lakshmi. Without prayers, you can get blessings of goddess Parvati. And without prayers, you can get blessings of Yama. So these are all being designed because our ancestors know not everybody will be familiar with Shastras. Not everybody will know all the slokas. So they have designed these things. If you just do ordinary things, brothers, sisters showing affection to each other on that particular day is considered a significant thing. Brothers, sisters should always be affectionate. That is another thing. But on that particular thing, doing this particular event automatically gives you merit. So, but otherwise, nobody recommends gambling. The Dhyuta Krida is just to remember that even the games, the cheating games, have also come only from God. So, Krishna says, I am the cheat and I am the dharma. Basically, we know, so it is all, both the dharma and the evil have also come from that, but we should know and I've done lectures on Dvaita Viveka of Vidyaranya, where he nicely talks about these two things in the 4th chapter of Panchadasi, and how you can use the Dvaita Viveka to get moksha itself. That is what the Dvaita Viveka described by Panchadashi Swami Vidyaranya Swami. So that is the 5-day Deepavali event. Yamatrayodashi, Dhanatrayodashi, Dhanvantri Jayanti, Naraka Chaturdasi, Amavasya Tarpana, Lakshmi Puja, Dhyuta Krida, Govardhana Puja, Chitragupta Puja, and Yamadvitiya. So those would be the different events, and this 5-day celebration is what is called totally Deepavali celebration, though we focus mainly on the 14th day and the Amavasya day. So with that, let's get to our Manusmriti. And here, I want to just quickly finish the last 20-25 slokas of Manusmriti, and so that we can, finish off this. The Brahmacharya, Naishtika Brahmacharyas are explained by Manusmriti here, and these lot of practical points with Manu gives on these chapters. So, sloka number, we started 225, he says, Acharyascha pita chaiva mata brata cha purvajaha na artyena api avamantavya brahmanena visheshataha. That was the last sloka we finished. And it says, Acharya, Pita, Mata, Brata. The Guru, the father, the mother, and the brother, na artena api avamantavya. Even at the time of difficulties, should not be insulted. Avamantaya, especially the Brahmana, should not do it. That was what Manu is telling. And now he's giving explanations to sloka number 226. Acharyo Brahmano Murtihi, Pita Murtihi Prajapatehe, Mata Prithivya Murtistu, Brata Swo Murtiratmanaha. Say Acharya Brahmano Murtihi. Because Acharya is the Brahman itself, the Supreme God. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, we just say the sloka, Acharya, the one who is giving you spiritual knowledge, that Acharya is Swayam Brahman itself. Pita Murti Prajapatehe. Because we know there is Supreme Brahman, and then there is God Brahma. Brahma is the creator of the universe, but before Brahma there is Brahman, which is the supreme God. So the Pita Murti Prajapatehe, Pita is equal to God Brahma, Pita Murti Prajapatehe. Mata Prithivya Murtistu, Mata is equal to Prithivi, the goddess earth. Brata, so Murtiratmanaha, Brata is your own self. So Acharya is like Brahman, father is like Brahma, Mata is like goddess earth, and Brata is your own self. That is why don't insult any four of them. That was the explanation, reason why. If you are insulting this, you are insulting them directly. So that is what is said. Okay, let's go to sloka number 227. Yam Mata Pitaro. Lot of these slokas will make sense where Manu is giving some good advice about how to treat the Guru, mother, and father. Lot of these slokas will come in the next few lines like that. Yam Mata Pitarau Klesham Sahete Sambhave Nunam Natasya Nishkrudihi Sakya Kartum Varshai Satairapi. Yam Mata Pitarau Klesham Sahete Sambhave Nunam Natasya Nishkrutihi Sakya Kartum Varsha Satairapi. Varsha Saterapi means 100 years. Kartum means deeds. So even if you do 100 years of service, it seems you cannot repay the difficulties the parents have undergone to develop you. Mata Pitaro Klesham means the father and mother of Klesham, they have undergone so much troubles to bring you up. So it is very difficult even of 100 years of service to repay what they did. So again, this is, just to encourage people to be respectful to their parents. Next sloka is Tayor Nityam Priyam Kuryad Acharyasya Sarvada Teshveva Trishu Tushteshu Tapaha Sarvam Samapyate. Tayor Nityam Priyam Kuryad Acharyasya Sarvada Teshveva Trishu Tushteshu Tapaha Sarvam Samapyate. Tayor Nityam Priyam means the dual, which is father and mother. Be affectionate to them. Kuryad. Acharya is sarva. Be equally that affectionate and dedicated to your Acharya also. Teshve Trishu, all these three, father, mother, and Acharya, if they are pleased, Tushteshu, they are satisfied. Tapaha Sarvam Samapyate. All your tapas will be fulfilled automatically. So that is the highest tapas, it says. Sloka number 229. Tesham Trayanam Sushrusha Paramam Tapa Uchyate Na Tairan Abhi Anugnato Dharmam Anyam Samacharet. Tesham Trayanam Sushrusha Paramam Tapa Uchyate Na Tairan Abhi Anugnato Dharmam Anyam Samacharet. So what it means is, it says, the Trayana, which is the father, the mother, and the Acharya. Susrusha means doing service. Is Paramam Tapam Uchyate. Thus, doing service to these three is the highest tapas. Paramam Tapam Uchyate. Nai Tairan Abhi Anugnato. Without getting their permission, Dharmam Anyam Samacharet. Don't try to do other dharmas. So, this is what it's saying. Basically, doing service to them is highest dharma. You can do other dharmas also, nothing wrong. But if you are doing any higher dharma, you have to get their permission and do it, because doing service to them itself is highest dharma. If you want to do something else, you can get their permission. Otherwise, it says without getting their permission, don't do unnecessary other dharmas and all, at least in your younger ages. Sloka number 230. Tava evahi trayo lokasta evatraya ashramaha Tava evahi traya vedasta evoktas trayo agneyaha. So it says, Tava evahi trayo lokasta evatraya ashramaha Tava evahi trayo vedasta evokta trayo agneyaha. So it says, three lokan. These are these people, which is the mother, the father, and the Acharya. The three again. They are the three lokas, Bhu, Bhuva, Swa, which is they are the earth, the middle, and the highest loka also. Traya Ashramaha, they are the Brahmacharya, Grahaspati, and Vanaprastha Ashrama also. Traya Veda, Rig, Yajur, Sama. Usually, Trayi, they always call Vedas as Trayi. They give importance to Rig, Yajur, and Sama Veda. They are the three Vedas. Eva Ukta Trayo Agnayaha. The three Agnis will be discussed in the next sloka. They are the three Agnis, Garyapati, Dakshinagni, Avahaniya Agnis. They are the three Agnis. So it says they are the three Lokas, they are the three Ashramas, they are the three Vedas, and they are the three Agnis. So it is giving the high importance to these. But we have to take all this with some common sense also, because Prahalada did not do all this to his father. Prahalada did, he would try to correct his father when the father was wrong. And Bharata did not do all this to Kaikeyi. Bharata tried to Kaikeyi, even he distanced himself from Kaikeyi. So I want to just give one example from our Puranas, where Bharata distanced himself from his mother and Prahalada distanced himself from his father. Obviously, if they are doing so adharmas, then it is different story. So they have to be reasonable parents and reasonable gurus also. You cannot tell a mother who puts her own daughter as a prostitute, the girl should follow whatever the mother says. Those are, you have to use some common sense. But in general, we believe the parents are working on your for your benefit, and your acharya is working for your benefit. But I just want to give the example of Prahalada and Kaikeyi, even and Bharata, even from our own Puranas. Prahalada distanced himself from his father, and Kaikeyi and Bharata distanced himself from his mother, because they both of them did so much adharma according to them, and that is why. But in general, mother, father, and guru should be considered the highest regard according to Manu. And then Pitavai Garyapatyoho Agnir Pitavai Garyapatyo Agnihi Mata Agnir Dakshina Smritaha Guru Ahavaniyastu Sa Agnir Treta Gariyasi. So now the three Agnis, because in the previous sloka, Manu said they are the three Agnis also, is now describing the three Agnis. Pitavai Garyapatyoho. All these Agnis is bringing in the end of the second chapter, because when you go to the third chapter, Manusmriti, when he talks about the Grasthashrama, he will be talking about all these in more details. So he's actually putting a prelude here itself. Pita vai Garyapatyoho Agnirmata Dakshina Spritaha. So Pita is the Garyapatya Agni, and Mata is the Dakshina Agni. Guru Ahavaniyastu Sagni Treta Gariyasi. And Guru is the Ahavaniya Agni. These three Agnis, Gariyasi. Gari is weight. Garima means weight. They are heavy weight, which means they are very valuable. So these three, the Treta Agni comes in the Shrutis. When you do the Agnihotra, when people do Agnihotra daily, they will be having all these three Agnis. Whereas when you do the Upasana Agni, it is only one Agni, Eka Agni. Upasana is Eka Agni, whereas Shruti, according to the Vedas, is Treta Agni. Three Agnis, Garyapatya, Dakshina, and Ahavaniya. And if you read the Prashna Upanishad, there is a very nice Upanishad in the Atharva Veda called Prashna Upanishad. There is a very nice chapter on how these three Agnis will be linked to the spiritual development. So here Manu is linking the three Agnis to father, mother, and guru. And these three Agnis are where the Agnihotra is to be performed. I know when Lord Krishna says to Rukmini, when Rukmini is telling Lord Krishna, everybody is praying to you all the time, but I see you are also praying to some people. When Rukmini asks the very important six things, where Lord Krishna says, I pray to six people myself. So when Rukmini says, you are praying, the whole world is praying to you, but I see you praying to some people. So Krishna says, Nitya Agnihotri. Sorry, Daruna Agnihotri, Nitya Annadana. Two things, he will list six things. The top two things he lists is Daruna Agnihotri, Nitya Annadana. One who does Agnihotra every day, I am praying to them, Krishna says. And Nitya Annadana, who does Annadana, like food, free offering of food to a lot of people every day, I am praying to them. Nitya Annadana, Daruna Agnihotri, Sahasra Chandra Darshi, Vedanta Vit, Pativrata, Masa Upacha. Those are the six criteria which Lord Krishna says. So anybody who falls under the sixth group, I do prayers to them. We'll talk about that later, but I just want to see the importance of Agnihotra. Lord Krishna himself prays to people who do the Agnihotra. Trishva, up next sloka number 32. Trishva pramadyan neteshu threen lokan vijayet grihi dipyamanaha swavapusha devavad divimodate. Trishva apramadyan neteshu threen lokan vijayet grihi dipyamanaha swavapusha devavad divimodate. It says apramadam. Pramadam here, pramadyan means dullness or laziness. Which is very lazy. Apramadyan means without laziness. One who does three, for all these three without laziness, who does service to all these three, which is the Mata, Pita, and the Acharya, Threen Lokan Vijayadgri, he can win over all the three worlds. Deepyamanaha Swavapusha. Deepyamana means like exactly like sun, his body will become very radiant like the sun. Devavid Divi Modate, and he will become one with the Devas and spend time in Swargaloka. So this is again giving the importance that the people who do service without laziness to all these three can win the three worlds, will get a very radiant body, and will be along with the Devas. So it is again highlighting the importance of the service to these three. Sloka number 233. Imam lokam matrubhaktya, because he says three lokas. In the previous loka, Manu says lokan, threen lokan vijayadvi, he can win over all the three lokas. So now he is describing what the three lokas are. Imam lokam matrubhaktya, pitrubhaktya tu madhyamam, guru susrusha tevam, brahmalokam samashnute. Imam lokam matrubhaktya, pitrubhaktya tu madhyamam, Guru Susrushaya Tevam Brahmalogam Samashnute. So he says, you can win this low world by service to your mother. You can win the middle world, which is actually the Swargaloka, by service to your father. And Brahmalokam, which is the Satyaloka, the highest loka within the material creation, because there is beyond the material creation just the presence, just the spirit, you know. Tat Vishnor Paramam Padagam Sada Pashyanti Shureha. That is the spiritual world which the Vipras are seeing. And that is the Brahmalokam. The Brahmalokam can be attained by service to the Guru. So to get moksha, you need Guru. Matru and Pitru Bhakti will give you all benefits in this world and also give Swargaloka. But to get Brahmaloka, you really need a Guru. It sometimes people are fortunate, the father also is the guru becomes. In that case, like in the olden days when the father was a great Vedanta-vid and his son is sought his teacher, his son the teaching, the father there becomes the father and the guru. But if your father is not a Vedanta-vid, you need a guru to give you Brahmaloka. Let's go to sloka number 234. Sarve tasya adruta dharma yasaite traya adrutaha anadrastu yasaite sarvas tasya afala kriyaha. Sarve tasya adruta dharma yasaite traya adrutaha anadritastu yasaite sarvas tasya afala kriyaha. So it says these three, the mother, the father, and the acharya, if you do service to them, all your dharmas will become fruitful and the dharmas will also help you. When you don't do this, anadritastu yasyate, all your other actions also, sarvas tasya afala kriyaha, they will all, afala means, phala means fruit, afala means no fruit, kriya means all your actions will also bear no fruit. So if you are completely disregarding your guru and other things, you might not get benefit from the other activities what you do also. And that was Manu is saying here. Then the next sloka, yavat trayaste jiveyus tavat anyam samacharet. Yavat trayaste jiveyus tavat anyam samacharet. Cheshveva nityam susrusham kuriyat priyahite rataha. Yavat trayaste jiveyus tavat anyam tavat na anyam samacharet teshveva nityam susrusham kuriyat priyahite rataha. It says na anyam samacharet means you no need to do other things. It says na, when these three people are living, jiveyus means this yavat trayaste means again three, which is the mata, pita, and the acharya. When they are living, you just need to do service to them alone. You no need even to embark on other things. Tavat na anyam samachare, and is very, very important. That is the difference when people tell take care of your mother and father, but here Manu is taking mother, father, and Guru, because again Guru is the one who is going to give you moksha also. So Manu is very clever. He says now, because lot of moral people will tell take care of your mother, father. That is even all moral teachers will tell you that. It is not even in the Shastra to tell that. But Mata, Pita, and Guru have to be taken care of. They have to be served. That's what Manu is keeping repeating, because it is only the Guru who can give you the Brahmaloka or the moksha. So it is very important that you do service to all these three. And Teshveva Nityam Sushusha means Kuriyat Priya Hite Rataha. And also how you have to do it. Priyam and Hitam. Two words Manu put. Priyam is affectionately, pleasingly. Hite means good. So you do what is good for them, not what is good for you. So with pleasingness and affectionate, do what is good for these three people. This Sushrusham, if you do this itself, na anyam samachare, you no need even to do other things. That's what this sloka is telling. Tesham now sloka number 236. Tesham anuparodena paratrayam yad edacharet tattan nivedayatebhyo mano vachana karmabhihi. Tesham anuparodena paratrayam yad edacharet tattan nivedayatebhyo mano vachana karmabhihi. So what you can do is, he says anuparodena means without harming them. In previous sloka I said do what is do pleasingly what is beneficial to them. He says without harming them. Paratrayam means to go to other worlds. You don't want to live in the earth anymore. You want to go to Swarga, or you want to go to Brahmaloka. You want to do things like that. You can follow, but without harming them. So basically it doesn't mean you can put your guru in problem and then you can go and get moksha dharma. So basically it says without harming them, try to follow your goods for getting the other loka. And if you are trying to do any good activities, it is better mano vachana karma bihi means mano means with your mind, vachana means with your word, karma means with your bodily actions. Convey this through mind, body, and your speech, whatever other things you are doing to them also. So basically, if you are doing good things, and again, it is reciprocated. We are hoping the parents are real good parents. They will be encouraging their kids to do good things. You cannot tell a parent who wants a child to gamble, the child wants to do puja, not necessarily the father is to get the blessing of the father for doing that. So you got to, again, we are assuming these are normal parents who are always thinking of the welfare of the children. So for those parents, you can do other activities by informing them, and then you can also do those things. So basically the previous sloka said just do service to them alone is enough. But then Manu is adding the clause, if you want to do things to progress yourself without harming them, you can do those things, and also make sure you communicate with them. That's what he's trying to tell. So previous sloka says do servicing them is enough. Now he's telling you can do things other than them, but do without harming them and also by communicating with them. Sloka number 237. Trishvetes vitikrityam hi purushasya samapyate esha dharmah parasakshat upadarmo anya uchyate. Trishvetes vitikrityam hi purushasya samapyate esha dharmah parah sakshat upadarmo anya uchyate. He is again reiterating the points. For these people, if you do all the krityams, the service, purushasya samapyate, you are actually done and dusted. You don't need to do anything more. He is again reiterating it. All the other dharmas are only upadharma anya uchyate, means they are only subordinate. Upadharma, dharma is main dharma, upadharma is subordinate dharma. All the other dharmas are only upadharmas. So service to them is the main dharma, doing other things is upadharma. Look at the next sloka. Sriniji? Okay, 238. Now it's very important. These slokas, the next, so with this, the Mata, Pita, Guru is over. Up to 237, Manu is given the importance of doing service to Mata, Pita, and Guru, and he gives you all the how to do it and what are the benefits. The next slokas, Manu, you can see how broad-minded Manu is. How to get knowledge, because knowledge is very important. Because knowledge is power. Even in English they say, only by knowledge, moksha is also obtained only by knowledge. That's what Adi Shankara says in Viveka Chudamani. So this knowledge is important. So Manu is going to describe in the next sloka till the end two things. One, how and all you can acquire knowledge. And number two, what are the rules of Naishtika Brahmachari? Naishtika Brahmachari means, normally in our Hindu tradition, when you follow the Varnashrama Dharma, you get Brahmacharya, you do the Upanayana ceremony and you do Veda Dhyayana. And after that, you go to Grihastha Ashrama. Then you become the Vanaprastha. And then finally, you can take Sannyasa. So that is how the Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasa, the Ashrama Dharmas come. Some people from Brahmachari, they don't even want to go to the next stage. And they are all called, they just want to continue Brahmacharya the rest of their lives. That is what is called Naishtika Brahmachari. Some people from Brahmachari, they want to take Sannyasa next step. So there are those two, like for like even our Vidishekara Bharati Swamiji, he was Brahmachari, then he took Sannyasa directly. So these people go from Brahmachari to Sannyasa next step itself. So people, normally there is a 4th step. People also can go from Brahmachari to Sannyasa if they really have the Viveka and the Vairagya. But some people don't want to take Sannyasa because they want to do all the Agni Karma. Because when you do Sannyasa, na karma na prajyadane nadya tene amrudatta manushu, only by sacrifice, relinquishing everything, you get amrudatta manasu. You get the amrudattam, the immortality is obtained. That's what the Mahanarana Upanishad says. Na karma na prajyatane nadya gene amrudatta manushu is a famous sloka from the Mahanarana Upanishad. And only by giving everything, Sannyasa Yogat, that the sloka says, people attain to Brahma Loka only by Sannyasa Yoga, by taking Sannyasa. So, but some people don't want to give up everything, because when you give Sannyasa, you have to give up doing Sandhya Vandanam, you have to give up doing Agni Hotram, you have to sometimes even give up doing pujas. Everything has to be given up and only meditating on Brahman is to be done. Some people don't want to go directly to Sannyasa, they want to live Brahmacharya the rest of the life. The best example of Naishtika Brahmacharya is Bhishmacharya in the Mahabharata. He was a Naishtika Brahmachari through the life of the life. And then Hanuman, God Hanuman in the Devas, Hanuman was considered a Naishtika Brahmachari. And then even in our time, for example, Muralidhar Swamiji, who lives in Tamil Nadu, people know he's a good example of Naishtika Brahmachari. So there are some Naishtika Brahmacharis. So those rules are also will be given in the next few slokas. So next sloka number 238, Shraddha Danaha Shubham Vidyam Adadita Avaradapi Anyadavi Param Dharmam Sri Ratnam Dushkuladapi. Shraddha Danaha Shubham Vidyam Adadita Avaradapi Anyadavi Param Dharmam Sri Ratnam Dushkuladapi. Manu says, Shraddha Danaha, one who is embodied, one who has faith and all these good qualities, Shubham, one who has got faith and other good qualities, Vidyam, he can actually get knowledge. Adadita Avaradapi. Avaradapi means people who are of low caste. So you can even get good knowledge even from people from other caste. So for example, a Brahmana can still learn some war techniques from the Kshatriya also, though he is not going to use it. So it again says, if it is good knowledge, the person who is receiving should be well mature and good. That person can get good knowledge even from people of lower caste. Anyadavi Param Dharmam. Again it says, Param Dharma means Moksha Dharma. Even you can get the Moksha Dharma from other people. If the other people are not your same caste or same group, but they are very qualified to give the knowledge, you can get it. Sri Ratnam Dushkuladapi means, Sri Ratnam means a gem of a woman. Dushkulad means even if the woman belongs to a lower caste, you can get a woman. If the woman is a very gem or very high qualities and very good woman, even from other caste, you can get it. That's what he's telling. So you can get knowledge from people who are like below you in the society or whatever the situation is. I don't want to use the caste system, but now we can tell people who are below your social level or economic level, even if they give good knowledge, you can get it from them. And same thing, if the woman is of extremely good qualities, you can get it from other kulas also. Next sloka 239. This is very important sloka. Vishad api amritam graahyam Baladapi Subhashitam, Amitradapi Sadbrittam, Amedyam api Kanchanam. this is very, very important sloka, is quoted by a lot of acharyas. Vishadapi amritam grahyam, baladapi subhashitam, amitradapi sadvrittam, amedyadapi kanchanam. Which means visham means poison. You can even get nectar. Amritam means nectar. Visham kills you, amritam gives you immortality. Sometimes you can even get, immortality from visham. You should get it if it's possible. Sometimes we use poisonous elements to get medication. Some of the medications which we use in our medicine, if you see the source, sometimes it's very poisonous source, but if you obtain it the correct way, you can use it as treating for medicine. Basically, it says even if it is poison, if there is a chance it has amritam, you can get it from that. Bala dabi subhashitam. Bala means young person, young boy. Subhashita means good. Even if a small boy is giving you good words, take that good words from the boy. Is no wrong. Amitra dapi. Mitra means friend. Amitra means enemy. Amitra dapi sadvrittam means even if it's an enemy, but he has good conduct, anushtanas and other things, you can learn it from your enemy also. Amedya dapi kanchanam. Amedya means waste, which is very bad products. Kanchanam is gold. But if there is gold mixed with the bad products, you can try to obtain the gold from there also. So it tells you can get nectar from poison, good words from even a small boy, good conduct from even from the enemy, and also gold from a bad material. So that is what Manu is summarizing in the sloka 239. Next sloka number 242. Striyo ratnan anyato vidya dharmaha saucham subhashitam vividani cha shilpani samedayani samadeyani sarvataham. Striyo ratnan yato vidya dharmaha saucham subhashitam vividani cha silpani samadeyani sarvatah. What it says is, here Striyo Ratnan means not gem of a woman. There are two different words here. There Sri Ratna means gem of a woman in the 238 sloka, but here it means three is one word. Ratnam, Vidya, Dharma, Saucham, Subhashitam, Vividani cha Shilpani. 7 things he says. Woman, gems, knowledge, good conduct, good cleanliness, good words, and arts. Vividani Shilpani means the multiple different arts. Chatushashti Kalamaya, there is 64 arts, different types of arts. All these things, Samadeyani Sarvataha, you can, whenever good things from any of these 7 things come, you can get from them. So if somebody from a lower caste or a lower society is giving you a good gem, no problem, take it. Somebody from a good young boy or somebody is telling good words, take that information. Somebody is giving you ideas of how to be more and more clean, get it from them. So it says again, those knowledge you can get it from anybody. That's what he is saying. Sloka number 241. Sriniji, can you move it up a little bit? Okay. Abrahmanat adhyayanam apatkale vidiyate. Abrahmana adhyayan apatkale vidiyate. Aduvridyasa susrushya yavad adhyayanam guroho. Abrahmanat adhyayanam apatkale vidiyate. Anuvridyasa susrushya yavad adhyayanam guroho. So there is only 6 or 7 slokas. Now he is going to give again. He is telling how to get knowledge. The things he says. Abrahmanat adhyayanam means you can even do adhyayanam means learning Vedas. Apat kale means in difficult times. In difficult times, which is if you have in a place there is no Brahmanas, but there is somebody else. For example, in the olden days, even the Kshatriyas and the Vaishyas knew the Vedas. It says in the difficult times, a Brahmana can actually go and learn even Vedas from the Abrahmana. In the Apat Kale Vidiyate, it's a rule, it's accepted rule. In difficult times, if you can't find a good teacher of your own group, you can actually get it from other teachers also. So that is also it is telling. So don't look at caste differences, everything at those points. If they are good in Adhyayan, they know, you can go and learn it from them. Anuvridyasa Susrushya. So when you are learning from them, during that time alone, you should do Susrusha, means service to them also. So which means whoever is teaching you, better be respectful and do service to them, at least during that time period. That is what Manu is telling in this sloka. Now, sloka number 242. Na brahmane gurau sishyo vasam atyantikam vaset brahmane van anuchanena kankshan gatim anuttamam. Na brahmane gurau sishyo vasam atyantikam vaset brahmane van anunuchane kanksham gatim anuttamam. So what it says is Adyantikam Vaset means normally Manu will come back to the sloka next. Brahmacharis are supposed to stay for 12 years or whatever years in their guru's house, learn the Vedas, and then leave the guru after that. But the Naishtika Brahmacharis are the only ones who can stay with the guru for the rest of their life. So sannyasis also cannot stay with the guru, they have to be alone only. Brahmacharis who are going to Grahastha also have to leave the guru. Only Naishtika Brahmacharis are allowed to stay with the guru for the rest of their life. But even for a Naishtika Brahmachari, if he is with a Abrahmana, not a Brahmin guru, he cannot stay lifelong with them. So this is from here the rules of the Naishtika Brahmachari starts. It is a lifelong Brahmachari. For him, even if it's a Abrahmana guru, you cannot stay with him forever. And also, Brahmane van anunuchane means even a Brahmana who is not having knowledge and not teaching, he also should not stay with him too. So Naishtika Brahmachari cannot stay with an Brahmana for life, and Naishtika Brahmachari also cannot stay with the Brahmin who is not giving any teaching. So again, the importance of knowledge is important. He says you can learn from other person also, but if it's a Brahmin who is giving you no knowledge, there is no need to stay with him. Kangshan gatim anuttama. Only by doing this like avoiding stay in these places, the Naishtika Brahmachari is guaranteed of getting Uttama Pada, which is the higher worlds, which Manu will be telling the next few slokas. I think we have only 5 more slokas. We'll finish it this week because the second chapter itself is done with this 5 slokas. 243. Yeah. Yadi twat yadi twat antikam yadi twa atyantikam vasam, that is the word. Yadi tvat atyantikam vasam rochayate guru kulehe yuktah paricharedan asharira vimokshanat. Yadi tva atyantikam vasam rochayate guru kulehe yuktah paricharedenam asharira vimokshanat. Asharira vimokshanat means till he gives up the body. So again, the Naishtika Brahmachari, Atyantikam Vaset means for permanently living in his guru's house. Atyantikam means, here it means permanently, the Brahmachari who is going to permanently live in his guru's house, he should do service to the guru for the whole time. Yuktaha paricharedenam. Paricharedenam means do all the services to the guru. He should do service to guru till asarira vimokshana, till his body is gone. So if the Naishtika Brahmachari decides to stay in his guru's house for the rest of the life, that Naishtika Brahmachari, till his body is given up, he should do service. But remember the previous sloka, if the Brahmana guru is not teaching him anything, he doesn't need even to stay there. But this is hopefully a good teacher who is still providing all information, knowledge and good guidance to the Brahmachari. The Brahmachari should do service till the time of death. So Manu is giving both ways. Manu is not unilateral. He is giving bilateral only. The guru also should do these things, then the Shishya should also do things. So Manu is always fair there. Asamapte sarirasya yastu susrushute gurum saggachat yanjasa vipro brahmanaha sadma shashwadam. Asamaptehe sarirasya yastu susrushute gurum saggachat yanjasa vipro brahmanaha sadma shashwadam. So now he tells what happens to this Naishtika Brahmachari who is doing service to the Guru till the death of his body. Asamapte means till the end of his body, the one who is doing service to the Guru, that person, Yanjasa Vipro, that learned person, Vipra means learned person, Brahmanaha Sadma Shashwadam. He attains the permanent position of in the Brahma Loka. There is no rebirth for him. That's what he is telling. So a Naishtika Brahmachari who continues to learn and who lives with his guru for the rest of his life and does service to the guru, that brahmachari has no more birth. Brahmana Sadma, he lives permanently with Brahman. That's what is Brahmana Sadma Shashwati means, he lives permanently in the abode of Brahman. So, sloka number 245. Na purvam gurave kimchit api kurvita dharmavit snasemstu guruna ajnapta shaktya guru vrittam aharet. Na purvam gurave kimchit upakurvita dharmavit snashemstu guruna ajnaptah shaktya guru vrittim aharet. So it says, for the person who is living with his, this is again a brahmachari who is going to leave. Snashem means a snataka, which means after you finish your Vedic studies, he has to take the abhivruddha snanam. There is a special bath he takes, and after he takes the bath, then he can leave the Gurukula and look for the bride to get married. So it says, for the brahmachari, when he is learning, kimchidapi, he doesn't even need to give anything to the guru except service, bodily service to the guru, everything. There is no need to give any wealth to the guru at all. It said kimchid means even little wealth, it is not expected to give. The Shishya who is still doing the regular services to the guru and learning from the guru, there is no expectation to give anything. But on the contrary, when he's going to take the snana and he's going to leave the guru, and then at that time you should give Saktya Guru Vrittam Avaret, means to the best of the capacity, you should give wealth or other things to the guru. So this is a very famous sloka in Sikshavali, Taittiriya Upanishad. You know, people, if you read Taittiriya Upanishad, Acharyaya Priyandana Mahrudya Prajadandum Ma Vivacchetsihi. The sloka will come like that. Satyam Vada Dharmam Chara Acharyaya Priyadara Mahrudyam Prajadandum Ma Vivacchetsihi. Satyana Pramadidavyam Dharmana Pramadidavyam Kushalana Pramadidavyam Budhena Pramadidavyam Swadhyaya Pravachanabhyana Pramadidavyam Devapitrukaryabhyana Pramadidavyam. This is the slokas will come in Sikshavali. The Sikshavali clearly says Acharyaya Priyan Dana Mahrudyam Prajatandum Ma Vavacchetsihi, which means at the time of leaving the Guru, Acharya Priyam Danam, whatever the Danam, the Acharya wealth, if that is within the capacity of the Shishya, he should give it to the Guru. So that is what that, because remember, the Smriti always, Manusmriti always follows only what the Vedas say. We have talked about in the first chapter itself, how Manusmriti is very aligned with the Vedas. So the Smriti with the Taittiriya Upanishad comes in the Krishna Ujjarveda, that Sikshavali says this particular statement, and that's exactly what Manu is repeating here. At the time of leaving the Snataka, he should please the Guru. Guru Brittam Aharet means the wealth he should give to the Guru as much to his capacity. Again, only says capacity. Saktya means what is possible to you. So if you are just a poor boy, you can't accept to give a palace to the Guru. So it tells Saktya means what is proportionally possible to you. So sloka number 246. Kshetram Hiranyam Gam Ashwam Chatram Upanaham Asanam Dhanyam Shakam Cha Vasamsi Gurave Pritim Avahet. Kshetram Hiranyam Gam Ashwam Chatrau Upanaham Asanam Dhanyam Shakam Cha Vasamsi Gurave Pritim Avahet. Kshetram is land, Hiranyam is gold, Gam is cow, Ashwam is horse, Chatra is umbrella, Upanham is the slippers, Asanam is a seat, Dhanyam is all the grains, rice, wheat, barley, Shakam, Shakambari, Shakam is vegetables, Vasamsi means all the clothes. All these can be given to Guru. Guru Priti Mavahe, to please the Guru, the Shishya can give any of these or all of these. So if he has a lot of land, he can even give a piece of land to the Guru. He can give gold, cows, horses, umbrellas, everything, whatever is possible, grains. He can even bring a bag of rice and give it to the Guru. So all these are acceptable. Acharyet to Kalup Prete, Guru Putre Gunanvite, Gurudare Sapindeva, Guruvad Vritti Macharet. So again, these rules are for Naishtika Brahmachari, only these rules. Acharye tu kalu prete, Guru putre gunanvite, Gurudare sapindeva, Guru vat vritti acharet. So, if the Acharya is dead, Acharya tu kalu prete means if the Acharya is dead, the Naistika Brahmacharya can still stay with the Guru Putra, but who has good qualities. Guru Putre Gunanvite means a Guru Putra who is the son of the Guru who's got good qualities. The Naistika Brahmacharya can still stay with him. Or Guru Dare, if he is an old Guru's wife, she can stay with him and do service to all. Sapinde, like Guru's brother or something too, he can also stay with them. But Guru Bad Vritti Macharet, he should treat or give service to them exactly what he would have done to the Guru. Guru Bad Vritti Macharet means he can stay with any of the above, but still do service to them as he would have done to his Guru. Next, look at 248. Eteshva Vidyamaneshu Sthanasana Viharavan Prayunjano Agnisusrusham Sadayet Dehamatmanaha. Eteshva Vidyamaneshu Sthanasana Viharavan Prayunjano Agnisusrusham Sadayet Dehamatmanaha. Now he says, if the Guru is dead, but none of the above are there, the Guru has no son, the Guru has no wife, the Guru has no brothers or something which who can be there, what the Shishya should do. He can actually stay in the same place where the Guru is there. And if the Guru had Agnis, if the Guru was Agnihotri and was performing all the Yajna or Homas, he can continue the service to the Agni. So service to the Agni here considered is service to the Guru itself. So if the Guru has no relationship and the Guru is dead and the Naistika Brahmachari already has taken the vow to be staying with the Guru, then what he can do is he can continue all the Agni Karyas what the Guru was doing till he is able to do all those things. Sadayat means till the Deham and Atmana is allowing him to do, he should do all the Agni Karyams. So the Agni Karyam itself becomes the Guru service. Sloka number 249. Evam, this is the last sloka of the second chapter of Manusmriti. Evam charitiyo vipro brahmacharyam aviplutah sagachat yuttamasthānam nachaiha jayate punaha. Evam charitiyo vipro brahmacharyam aviplutah sagachat yuttamasthānam nachaiha jayate punaha. He already told this before, but now because he added some of the criteria, he is repeating it, because he told the Naistika Brahmachari who stays with the Guru and learns throughout his life and service to the Guru, he says Sadma Shashwadam, he goes to Brahmaloka and he stays permanently there. Now because he told all these different criteria, he is staying with the son, staying with the Guru's wife, staying with the Guru's brother, or doing Agni Karyam, the same also for that Vipra also who does not, Brahmacharyam Aviplata means, Brahmacharyam Aviplata means one who has not given up his Brahmacharyam and does all these. He also Sagachati Uttamasthānam Nachaiha Jayate Punaha. So even that person also reaches the highest place and he also has no rebirth. So that is again the Naistika Brahmacharis are also one of the, without getting sannyasa too, they are also eligible to get permanent moksha according to Manusmriti, but who lives like that. So basically, and again, how the Naistika Brahmacharis and how the sannyasis get moksha, there is little difference, but that all we'll talk later. But the Naistika Brahmachari who follows all the rules and lives also has no rebirth. That's what Manusmriti is telling. Shriya Kantaya Kalyananade Anade Ertinam Sri Venkata Nivasaya Srinivasaya Mangalam Mangalam Koshalendraya Mahaniya Gunaptem Chakravarti Tanujaya Sarvabhaumaya Mangalam. So with that we finish the second chapter of Manusmriti. Whenever our next session starts, we will start with the third chapter. That is the most important, which will have the Grahastha all the rules and regulations pertaining, which most of us, whatever we can follow, we should be able to try to do that. So those, it's a big chapter, Manusmriti, and there all the Pitru Karyas, everything will come. Manu will, all the Agnihotras, everything Manu will be discussing very elaborately in those chapters. All these Agnis which we talked about, the Ahavaniya Agni, the Dakshina Agni, the Garhyapatya Agni, all those will be given very elaborately by Manu. And so with this we finish the second chapter, and thank you all for attending. Namaste.
Namaskaram. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Jambuji. I could also make it today. It is excellent. starting off with the whole Deepavali explanation of 5 days. That's excellent. And then continuing with finishing off the second chapter is so good to hear that out. Thank you so much. Thank you. Nice comparison with
It
all
was
the
very informative.
Upanishads. Yes, thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
So one question on
Yes.
the fourth day of Deepavali in Karnataka.
Yes.
We call it Bali Padimi or Bali Pratipat. They say.
Yes.
You did not mention.
No, sorry, I didn't mention that. Yes, you are absolutely right. It is said because in what Kumarasamy ji is telling is absolutely right. According to the North Indian tradition, South Indian traditions, you know, the Thiruvonam, which comes in Onam in Kerala, they believe the Bali Maharaja, the Vamana, when the Vamana Avatara takes and Prahlada's grandson, Bali is pushed to the Patala, Lord Vishnu gives him permission to come to the earth for certain times of period. The Kerala people believe he comes in the Thiruvonam time, which is like a couple of months before this time. But in the North Indian traditions, they believe actually, and looks like even in Karnataka,
Yes.
they believe that Bali comes to earth during this Kartika, the first 2-3 days of Kartika. So there is also Bali, there is pujas or celebrations done also for Bali also. That is also mentioned. Thank you for picking it up. That's also importantly mentioned in some of these traditions. Right after Deepavali, they do the worship and welcoming of the Bali Maharaja from the Patala Loka. Yes.
Thank you. Very nice.
That's very important. Thank you.
मंगलम गुरु श्री चंद्रमौलीश्वर के शक्ति गणपति शारदांबिके शंकराचार्यर के शक्ति गणपति महागणपति शारदांबिके के काल भैरवर के काली दुर्गई के वीर दूर हनुम मारुति चरणतिके मल्लिकार्जुनर के செல்வ ஜனார்தனர் கே அம்பா பவானி கம்பத கணபதி சண்டி சாமுண்டி கே ஸ்ரீ கிருஷ்ண பகவான் கே ஸ்ரீ சக்கரவாசினி கே சீதாராம லக்ஷ்மண சகித ரணத்திற்கே வித்யாரண்யருக்கே வித்யாசங்கரர்க்கே வாகீஸ்வரிக்கே வஜ்ரதேக கருட ஆஞ்சநேயருக்கே ஸ்ரீவள்ளி தேவ சேனா சமேத சுப்பிரமணியருக்கே துங்கபத்ரைக்கே ஸ்ருங்கநிவாசினிக்கே ஸ்ருங்கேரி புரியில் நிலைத்திருக்கும் எங்கள் சாரதாம்பிகைக்கே சச்சிதானந்த சிவ அபிநவ நிருசிம்ஹ பாரதி கே ஸ்ரீ சந்திரசேகர பாரதி குரு சார்வபௌமர் கே ஸ்ரீ சந்திரசேகர பாரதி குரு வித்யா தீர்த்தர் கே ஸ்ரீ சந்திரசேகர பாரதி குரு பாரதி தீர்த்தர் கே ஸ்ரீ சந்திரசேகர பாரதி குரு விதுஷேகர பாரதி கே மங்களம் குரு ஸ்ரீ चंद्रमौलीश्वर के शक्ति गणपति शारदांबि शंकराचार्यर के शक्ति गणपति महागणपति शारदांबिகை के ஸ்ருங்கேரி புரியில் நிறைந்திருக்கும் எங்கள் சாரதாம்பிகைக்கே